consists of flashing text in many fonts, shapes, sizes, and movements. The text is so clever, it bombards the viewer with many cliche campaign type slogans. It really does a good job of highlighting how politics can really overwhelm the voting public. The synth music and frenetic vocals give us the sense of political hype. I appreciated the use of certain visuals at times behind the text, such as bullets, flags, explosions, and certain terms often discussed during elections, such as common good, debt, and welfare. Provocative film. Well done.
Given that it's mostly centered around campaign slogans that drive the media hype, it was the perfect format for it, though. It's very overwhelming, but it's meant to be. The best way it exudes that is through the different fonts of the text, and they're very flashy and in your face. Some of the words will linger, while others will be, blink and you miss it. But they repeat the word fear a lot. That's a very heavy motive, and I think that's meant to mock how many elected officials would use scare tactics when talking to the public. I liked the synth accompaniment. It gave the video that very cheesy 80s feel, as did whenever they used graphics like bullets and explosions behind the text that we would typically see from that era. But it's also very appropriate for the times, when they used a line like "lockdowns, race war, this is what we waited for." Song's catchy, man. I can't lie. The song's catchy. I would love to see someone unironically play this at one of their campaign rallies. Maybe AOC will.
I thought this was really catchy and really in your face. It's the kind of thing that could get stuck in somebody's head pretty easily. And then along with the video itself, the images itself is really bright and, like I said, really in your face. That kind of makes you pay attention more just because of how bright and flashing it is. And then also having the lyrics on the screen as well means that you're actually paying attention to what's being said and you're not just getting caught up in the song itself or in the music itself, which I think does happen a lot of the time until you really get to know the song and then you finally figure out what the lyrics are. So I thought that it was another way to have a bigger impact.
It was interesting, very fast-paced, high-energy piece. I like the inclusion of the lyrics because it was so fast. I don't think I would have followed along as well without them, so I appreciated that. That was definitely the right choice. And I actually thought that all the different elements, the music, the lyrics, the fonts used, the colors, the images that were selected, they were selected very well, and they all worked together and contributed to the mood or the vibe of the piece. The lyrics themselves were very catchy and clever, and they cover a lot of ground, so great job.
I was very impressed by the amount of effort that went into this song. It had a great hook in it. I think that the lyrics were really, really clever, what they did with it, and putting together the video of it. It had such a stylized vibe to it. It reminded me a little bit of a 1980s music video. It was very, very well done.
It's a really catchy song, this lyric video. Yeah, it was really funny. Very catchy. It'll be stuck in my head for the rest of the night. So thanks for that. Yeah, not much to say really, but it's definitely engaged the whole time, and it was very high energy, which is always fun.
For this one, I think we need a bit more context about the girl, but in general, the song is very catchy, and the video has a great animation and editing technique. It is overall quite engaging and very dynamic. You keep attentive all the time. It's just a great film.
Before I go into it, I do want to say, first off, that song was extremely catchy. I've definitely grown up in a household where I've learned that if you want to survive in the world, one of the two things you don't want to talk about is, publicly, is religion and politics. But thankfully, I hope I'm covered in anonymity, so I can talk about politics. That being said, I don't think Elected Girl was trying to talk about one specific person, more politicians in general. As an American, the political climate right now is very tense, to say the least. um, and I think the song definitely strikes a chord in the sense of, as of right now, we're in a situation where everyone is scared, and not only is everyone scared, but we've caught on to the fact that a lot of politicians, they tend to, their words speak louder than their actions, instead of the opposite way around. They'll tell you what you want to hear in order to get into office, and then when they get into office, you know, it's one of those kinds of things where, especially in the current culture, fear is being cultivated as a way to get into that position of power. So it's like the little devil on your shoulder. You're being fed these white lies, these false promises, and then when we're still in, you know, crummy situations. And I think it goes for any party. I'm not trying to say one party is better than the other. I think each party kind of does that. And, you know, I'm not trying to say any of this to not charge, but, like, you know, emotionally charge anyone. Because, you know, we all have different viewpoints, but I definitely think that's kind of what the song was talking about, you know. A lot of politicians will say they'll do something, and then when push comes to shove, you know. But yeah, I enjoyed the song.